Welcome to the Narrow Gate program. Thank you for joining. Ask yourself this question: why has God put me on this earth? Well, if you've forgotten, the answer is found in the book of Mark, chapter 16, verse 15. When mankind forgets God and the truth, he or she will experience his wrath. There's two scriptural verses I'd like to present to you today. The first one is taken from the book of James, chapter 1, verse 22. It reads, "But be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man who looks intently at his natural face in a mirror. For he looks at himself and goes away and at once forgets what he was like." The second scriptural verse is taken from the book of Romans, chapter 10, verses 15, 16, and 17. It reads, "And how are they to preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who preach the good news. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah says, 'Lord, who has believed what he has heard from us?' So faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of Christ." When's the last time you took inventory of your life? Are you living for God or for self? The devil has spent eternity trying to keep the Bible away from mankind. He knows that the person who ignores the teachings of the Bible cannot understand the pathway to heaven. He knows if we spend time reading God's word, this will make us doers of his word. Blessings come in obeying his word, the Bible. The person who understands the importance of reading the Holy Bible, beginning from Genesis to Revelation, clearly understand that all our love is due him. When there is no peace in a person's life, that individual is torn apart emotionally and spiritually. The beauty of the heart is reflected in the face. No relationship with anyone or anything can bring peace. Only having a loving relationship with God will bring peace. This is the beginning of the pathway to heaven. I am reminded of a particular scriptural verse. That verse is found in the book of Psalms, chapter 112, verse 7. It reads, "He shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord." When the panicking leaders of a nation decided they had enough of a daily menu of what they called nothing but evil news from the local media, they wielded the big stick of shutting them down. The point, however, was that what the prescribed media faithfully reported, banditry, kidnappings, cases of rape, armed robbery, communal clashes, child molestation, ritual murders, political instability, among other security breaches, did not disappear with the disappearance of the media reports. Now, the believers should emulate the psalmist in our passage today. He must not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart should be fixed, trusting in the Lord. The true Christian will enjoy more peace in the midst of turmoil as he feeds himself with the comfort of the gospel of the Prince of Peace. What the world is getting in the form of evil is a result of what it has been consuming: false philosophy, erroneous doctrine that are contrary to the teachings of Christ. These have not produced men and women who are gracious and full of compassion, filled with fear of worldly news instead of fear of the laws of God, and of looming judgment upon sinners. The wicked shall be grieved. The church must be more alive today to counter the evil news of the world with the comforting news of the gospel. With it, we can free the society from fear. That is the only way to defeat the onslaught of pernicious news in our society today. I would like to ask the viewing audience a couple of questions. Are you spreading the gospel message? If not, why not? Do you believe that a person is enslaved as long as he or she allows fear to control their thinking? Are you a warrior for Christ or the devil? Do you believe that a person can live any sinful lifestyle and still go to heaven? Your answer to these questions will determine your final destination. Thank you for watching the Narrow Gate program. God bless you. I'm your host, Michael Buckner Sr. Join me next time on the Narrow Gate program. You can find me on youtube.com. Thank you.